Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, we're going to talk about triplets, odd groupings, and metric modulations. Okay, the first thing I want to do is talk about a progression that we're going to practice over. In this case, we're going to use Back Home in Indiana or Donna Lee, because it's a good progression and it moves through, has some dominant chords, has some 2-5-1s. So let's do it about this tempo. 3, 4. Okay, so that's a good, that's a pretty good tempo to do triplets. Let me talk about what I did in the chords here first before we go on. So I started on A flat 6, and I'm playing to an first inversion A flat major chord with a passing chord B flat sus4 to a first inversion F7 spread triad. So I'm just walking up, right? I did the same thing on B flat. And then I did, this is a sub for B flat minor 7, so I did a D flat, I'm thinking D flat major 13, D flat major 7, and I think did some, and I did an A flat Lydian chord there. An A flat in the bass there, but I did a little diminished. That's a so let's say I've got this, that would be kind of a typical third inversion E flat 7 chord though, so that would be the chord there, but I'm up here, but I turned it into a dominant diminished kind of sound, and I did. Or I think I ended there. Then 2, 5, 1, and then we're just going to use that much of it. Okay, so let's talk about playing a little triplet exercise that we can work on. Maybe something like this: 2, 3, 4. Okay, I broke out of the triplets there to some 16ths at the end, but let me show you what I was doing there if I can remember exactly. I started here on an A flat major 7 arpeggio. So it's like, I started with a pickup, 2, 3, 4. That's literally up an A flat major 7 arpeggio, 3, 4, it's triplets, and then I resolve right to the third of the F7 chord. So and I come down an F altered dominant scale, third sharp 9, right? Really pretty much down the scale. I think I avoided one note. I avoided that, the flat 5. And I did a half step resolution into the third of the B flat 7 chord again. Then I did B flat C. So I'm alternating B flat and C, which would give me a B flat 7 flat 5 sound. I'm going B flat major triad, C major triad, next inversion, next inversion, next inversion, B flat major first inversion, C major first inversion, B flat major second inversion, C major second inversion, then root position on those, and then first inversion theirs. So I'm kind of changing directions on them so that they have some interest in my. I was kind of muting it. I think it went up. Landed here on the 5th of the B flat minor 7 chord, and I did. That's a B flat minor 9 arpeggio. Then I resolve here on the E flat 7 chord to the flat 9, and I played an A add 9 sound. So that's getting so it's really outlining an E flat altered sound. Then resolving to the 3rd of the A flat major 7, so. And I just did an A flat major add 9 arpeggio all in 16ths. Then I ended on the 3rd of the E flat minor 7 chord. That's what I did. Then I went to the sharp 9 of this chord. Right? And I went to the 3rd on D flat major 7. And I resolved it there. Let me play it for you slow one more time. Something like this. 3, 4. Okay, so let's say I'm playing on the A flat major 7 and I'm doing a regular triplet grouping like this. That's standard. But if I break up the accents a little differently, like so what did I do? I'm doing da 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 da. So that is an odd grouping there. I'm using triplets. It's not quite a metric modulation yet because I'm not playing a straight 4 based on that triplet rhythm, but it's starting to become an odd grouping where I'm still using that triplet rhythm. Or right? Or let's say I'm on the F7 chord, 3, 4. Or triplet with an offbeat accent. Okay, that would be less obvious. Let me count it. 3, 4. So that's over F7 altered, or go 3, 4. Okay, that's very different sounding, but really cool. Here's an A flat major 7 line with a straight triplet, an accent every 3 notes. Da da. Or when you change the accent up, 3, 4. Right? F altered. It'll be easier if we look at the musical notation for it while we listen. So those 4-note groupings really give it a different sound. You're not even really hearing triplets in the same way. Now let's listen to what quarter note triplets sound like over these chords, because then we're going to superimpose a metric modulation on that. 2, 3, 4. Let's hear what the quarter note triplet sounds like if it's not against this, because normally it would sound like da 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 da. But this is what it sounds like with no rhythm behind it. What I'm doing there is a metric modulation. Okay, so you have this da 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 da, but we have da do da 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 da. That's a metric modulation. So I'm superimposing a rhythm based on this quarter note triplet becoming a straight 4 figure. So you're taking a rhythm, the quarter note triplet, you're pretending that it's eighth notes and then you're playing off that as if they're eighth notes. So if it's like da 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 do that do that do that. If you think of it in drums, do that do that do that. That's superimposing the rhythm over the pre-existing groove, and it would sound like this. You can also mix it up with more linear lines. This is once again over Donna Lee. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel and check out my website at www.rickbeato.com. I've got my Beato book, and I also have my new Mastering Modes of the Major Scale course. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'm Rick Beato.